As you place graphics in your InDesign projects, you'll eventually need to move, resize, and fit those graphics to their frames. In this video, you will work with images placed in this newsletter design by learning about resizing frames to crop graphics, using the content grabber to select graphics, fitting comments, and more. Open the file from the practice file for this tutorial if you want to follow along. You'll start by cropping or hiding parts of an image. This is a great way to hide parts of the graphics that you don't want to show in InDesign. So select the selection tool in the Tools panel on the left. Move the pointer over the larger image on the top. When the pointer shows a little black box next to it, not a hand, click to select the frame and the graphic frame. Graphics you place are contained within a frame. The frame and the image are treated as a single object when you move the frame. But you can also transform them separately. Move the pointer over the upper right point of the frame and drag towards the center to the corner of these pink and purple margin guides. The pointer will snap or pull into the guides. Notice that the frame was resized, but the graphic inside wasn't. The frame cropped or masked is a part of the graphic. Move the pointer over the turtle image off the right side of the page. Once again, the pointer shows a little black box next to it, telling you that if you click, something will be selected. This time, move the pointer over the circles in the center of the image. This is called the content grabber. If you were to click the content grabber, don't click it. You will select the image within the frame. You will explore that shortly. Move the pointer over the image away from the center. Click and drag the image onto the page. And the purple and green smart guides will help you to align it to the column. Next, you'll resize the frame and the graphics inside it at the same time. With it still selected, press Command and Shift on Mac or Control and Shift on Windows, and drag the lower right corner of the graphic frame, making it as wide as the column. Release the mouse button and then the key. Notice that with the keys held down, the frame and the graphic are resized together. The Command or Control key resize the frame and the graphic, and the Shift key constrain the proportions so you won't distort the image. So the text doesn't overlap the image. Drag the bottom middle handle up to crop or hide part of the image. Now, when it comes to resizing images and frames, you will want to use the fitting comments. This can save you time by making image scaling and other transformation a lot faster. Move the pointer over the center of the third image down here. When you see the content grabber, the circles and the pointer turn into a hand. Click to select the graphics within the frame. You can see the bounds of the graphic here, the brown color. And you could tell that the image is larger than the frame it's in. So these parts of the image are cropped or hidden. Now, if you drag within the graphic area, resize or transform it, you will select the graphic and not the frame. For instance, drag the corner of the graphic to resize it. As you drag, press the Shift key to constrain the proportions of the graphic so you don't distort it. When the graphic is a little bit smaller or still bigger than the frame, release the mouse button and then the key. With the graphic selected, you can actually see how big it is relative to the original size it was. By looking in the Properties panel to the right of the document. If you click More Options in the Transform section, you can see a percentage that tells you, in this case, that the graphic is smaller than the original size. Press Escape to select the frame and not the graphic. You should see the blue frame is now selected. To fit the image into the frame in different ways, you can apply a fitting comment. You'll find a series of fitting comments. In the frame fitting section of the Properties panel on the right here, click Fill Frame Proportionally. A fitting comment you'll see often to fill the frame with the graphics without distorting its proportions. Using the Fill Frame Proportionally comment, a part of the graphic will usually be cropped or hidden. Now that you know how to resize and fit graphics to frames, you can incorporate graphics in your projects and ensure that they work in the space provided.